Hello YouTube, this is my first video. I apologize about the video quality, it's my cell phone. My next one will be with a HD camera. This is our 16-gallon bow front tank. It's done pretty well. A lot of people tried to talk me out of having such a small fish tank, but we decided to give it a try, and I learned a lot of lessons along the way. About fish, about live rock, dry rock versus real live rock, blowers, fish, filters, the hang-on back kind. This is a protein skimmer out of a nano cube. It actually does a pretty good job, I'm surprised. And then I have a canister filter underneath. I won't even bother to show you. I have all the lights off around me, because I get a better shot of the tank this way, but I have a regular can underneath that does a pretty good job. You can see it back there. Draws from down there. I have it draw from behind the tank to keep some water movement back there. Hey buddy. And then it blows out this tube in the front, and I have it blowing up to the water. And then I have this regular hang-on back filter. It does a pretty good job. And then I have this blower. It actually used to be over here, but I was messing with it because it was plastic. It broke. I know I need to get better filters, but it's doing a pretty good job. Something's growing on it there. It looks like maybe coralline. It's kind of a pinkish color. It's not really doing it justice in the tank. But this is the live rock I've had. It's been in there for about a year. It's got a lot of stuff on it. In the beginning, there were little critters running around on the rock and stuff, but the fish have all eaten them away. I don't have sand. If I was to do it over again, I would have sand bed and live sand, of course. My next tank, which is going to be a 75 or bigger, will actually have a deep sand bed in it. I've learned a lot from watching YouTube. The bulk reef supply guys, New York Stilo, Mr. Saltwater Tank, the Monkin' Out guys. I've watched them all, watched every video they had, and I'll tell you what, I've learned so much. There's a lot to be learned out there, and there's some really smart guys. They've learned the hard way, just like the rest of us will, but they've been there, done that, and they have a lot of great reviews on equipment. So check out their videos. But anyway, I have a question out there if anybody knows. This used to be coral, as you can tell. When I first put it in the tank and purchased it as dry rock, it was bleach white, like coral is supposed to be, and that big piece right there as well. I've gone through the whole cycling thing and the algae thing, and I've seemed to have my hair algae under control. I'm not using RODI water, but that's coming up. I'm getting ready to purchase one of those here in the next week or so, before I get our big tank. But I do buy distilled water from the grocery store, and everything seems to work pretty well. But what's this brown? How do I get rid of this brown and have everything turn white like it used to be, or is that never going to happen? This is a piece of brown rock. That's actually kind of the color it was. It's kind of a volcanic thing. This was a brain coral. You can't really tell, but it's starting to get purple. Maybe that's coralline in different spots. I hope so. I've been scraping some of the coralline with a brush and putting it back in the water. A couple of tricks I've learned from YouTube. But anyway, we have this bicolor angel. We have our little clown. I want to get him an anemone. I understand you don't need one for him, but sure would like to watch it, but I don't have the right lighting for that at this time. And then we have our cleaner shrimp. He's about a year old. We've had him for a long time. He molts about every 2 to 3 weeks, 3 weeks a month, something like that. This is our firefish goby. He's pretty interesting. He's certainly a beautiful fish, but he doesn't do much but just kind of sit there and boink around and make his little sail boink up and down like that. Nemo's pretty cool. He'll eat out of my hands. If I put my hands any further in the water past my knuckles, he wants to attack and bite me, so I think he's claimed that rock over there, although he doesn't hang out in it. The angel, she's pretty territorial. She doesn't bother the other fish. She just, if they get around there, she kind of noses them a little bit, but that's about it. Anyway, we have our heater back there around the side. You can see the light on there, and then I have the little magnet cleaners. These things are really handy. If you don't have one, I recommend getting one. And I've actually learned how to take the magnet, so I don't have to switch the glass, and actually switch it. Oh, that didn't work out too well. To the other side. I can go try it this way. I'm going to try it, go around the corner. Oh, see, it worked. Yeah, that's something. Maybe that's an old technique, I just learned it. But that's cool. But I love my fish tank. We're putting the material together now to build a reef tank. I've learned so much. I'm going to have a refugium. The lighting system, top of the line protein skimmer. I've learned a lot from you guys out there on YouTube. Thank you very much for anything that you have out there already. I've probably seen it all. My water stays crystal. I make sure I change anything in it that's got the carbon in it, like the can filter and this guy up there. Trying to get some color in the tank. I'd like to make this a little, I don't know. These guys are going to go in the big tank once we get it up and running. But anyway, that's it for this video. Any recommendations that you might have, I'd appreciate it. How can I make my rocks white again? I have, this is not crushed coral. This is actually, my substrate is actually millions of little tiny shells. I'm not sure what you call that. It's kind of cool looking if you sit there and look at it up close. That's my rock with the rubber band on it that I put algae on for the critters. They come running. But I'll tell you what, you put a little algae on something and those hermit crabs come running. They must smell it or whatever they do in the water, but they come running within about a minute or so. But they're everywhere. They do a really good job. That's one of my turbos right there that died. There's actually a crab checking them out. Anyway, that's it. I love the saltwater thing. It's great. I'm sorry I didn't do it years ago when we were raising discus. It's a lot of fun. There's some science involved, and there's a lot of help out there. So if you're thinking about doing it, I highly recommend it. Anyway, we're signing off. Thanks.